And then we'll put it on there. Got it recording. All right. I've been on a mission lately to find the helpers, and I've came across Flex Academies ONE. Josh joins me. He's the CEO, founding father, so to speak. And I just wanted to reach out to him and kind of get a little information on what he's doing for the community. He's got some virtual stuff that they're rolling out that's really cool and just enriching for our kiddos who are having all the at-home time. So Josh, just wanted to introduce you and thank you for coming on with me, and just wanted to touch base and see what you got going on. So thanks for joining me. How you doing today?
I think I've been talking to my parents and my family lately, and our motto has been stay safe and stay sane. So that is exactly what we're trying to do. I think one person's sanity is different from another's, and so we're just trying to all keep our heads above water at this point. Stay positive.
That's absolutely true. So first off, just wanted to, touch base. What did Flex Academies look like on March 1st, 2020? What was the business like back in the day?
Let's go back there. Wouldn't that be nice? So Flex Academies started in 2009 and basically up to March 1st of 2020. What we were is a company that partnered with PTAs, foundations, and school districts, and we curated a marketplace for them of fun and very safe enrichment. So enrichment is basically that hour after school. So if a school ends at 3 o'clock, it would be from 3:10 to 4:10 that we would provide the enrichment. And that might be, magic or yoga or basketball or entrepreneurship or mindfulness. I mean, we have a catalog of hundreds of activities and 500 plus providers. We're in 80 plus schools in 6 states. So when the schools started closing, the decisions were being made for us that our business would not continue the way it was. So that actually was helpful because they were making decisions for us. But then we had to make the decision that I think a lot of companies are facing now, which is pause or try and figure out how you're going to stay relevant and keep your team together. Unfortunately, by the middle of March, we weren't able to keep all of our team together. We just didn't have the revenue, but we got into startup mode with the group that we had and created Flex Academies ONE. The ONE stands for online enrichment. And I don't mean to be dramatic when I say this. There were people who were able to say, I'm going to build a hospital in 2 weeks. And what we tried to do was build Flex Academies ONE in 2 weeks. And we did it. And it was a lot of waking up and very early and working all day long, but our team got it done. And I think we felt, and I certainly felt, the weight on our shoulders of parents who needed help, who needed enrichment for their kids, who needed a break, who needed to be affordable, and the opportunity to bring work back to our providers and my employees. And we raced and we got it done. And it wasn't the most beautiful product, and it'll look different tomorrow than it looks today. But as of today, we are running, we have 40 providers. They're all from our network. And we're running 2 activities simultaneously, basically from 10:30 to 4:30 or 5:30 every single day.
Right. That's cool. Virtually, I know you guys are based on the East Coast. You do have some employees all over, but able to, really spread your footprint, through virtual stuff. That sounds like it's going on, right?
Oh yeah. We have, in terms of people on our team, we have somebody we rely on heavily who's in Pakistan. We have 2 people in Romania, 1 in Amsterdam,
Wow.
1 in Pennsylvania, 1 in Maryland, me in DC, and 1 in Colorado. And we hope to bring back our other folks who are all across the country. And what we can do with this Flex Academies ONE is bring work to providers all over the country and all over the world, because we know this is a worldwide challenge, and it's also a worldwide challenge for parents. And so we can help those parents. And again, we set out to do this so that it was scheduled, so that our providers and our parents could know that at 1 o'clock their daughter or their son has a dance class, so that it was safe. We have an online coordinator that goes to every single activity, so that we sit in and make sure that the people who are supposed to be in that activity are in that activity, and that it runs well.
Right.
And that it's social.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about you, but I think I'm going on day 31 of spending time with my 5.5-year-old and my wife, who I love dearly.
Yeah.
But it's nice
Right.
to be able to collaborate with some of these providers. And I know it's nice for these kids to see faces that are more like theirs, even though they might not know them, even though they might not be taking classes with people all across the country. So it's social as well. And I think that's important for all of us.
Right. I'm a little, you there? I got you now.
Yeah.
You're back moving on my screen.
Okay.
Cool. So that you spoke a little bit about that security, and that's super important. Obviously, we found out the Zoom police were needed after a short amount of time, relying heavily. So obviously, you've taken that and completely adapted your business model in, 3.5 weeks, which is pretty admirable for sure.
Thank you.
Now, one of the reasons that we're here today is just what you're offering to the community as far as that goes. Obviously, some of these enrichments cost some money, but they're, you work hard, I know, to keep the prices down. But I heard a little tidbit about offering to first responders and that kind of stuff. Can you explain a little bit about that part of your mission?
Yeah, absolutely. So essentially, our goal is to give away 100 hours of free enrichment every week to first responders. That was the original goal. The new bar became 230 hours of enrichment each week, because our first week we doubled and more. And my feeling, because I have a sister and a brother-in-law who are doctors, I have a best friend who's a police officer, that these people are out there protecting our lives. And the best thing that I knew how to do for them was to entertain their children. And so to provide an outlet for their children to do yoga, to do mindfulness, to do improv. And so, we offered this up via Facebook and on our website, and the results were overwhelming, and we got a lot of different stories. And I heard from everybody from doctors up in New York to employees of Trader Joe's right around the corner from me, who are, frontline people. And we were more than happy to give them and their families the online enrichment hours. We gave each child 2 hours to get going. And, I would appreciate if you could share the link, and I'll, of course, kind of send you the link again. We want to provide more online enrichment as much as possible to these kids and to their families, because they're as brave as their parents, because they know that their parents aren't there. They might not comprehend exactly why and what they're doing, but it's very brave of them, and we want them to come and hang out with us.
Right. Absolutely. And a safe place to go. And, so here's, that's an admirable thing here. Here you are completely transforming your business and obviously taking your business model to a whole nother level. And then at the same time, you're still giving back to the community, because it's easy for people in your position just to get so zero focused on business and the numbers and trying to keep as many employees as you possibly can on board. And at the same time, you've created that family, and your people are all on board to kind of get back. So that's super awesome. And that's the very, foundation to find the helpers. And
yeah,
I think that's awesome. And, I appreciate what you're doing, and we'll absolutely share it out. any nurses, grocery store, first responder type people. Looks like you're kind of covering the whole gamut. So
Police officers, doctors. We heard stories of doctors who were vets who are now in the ERs of hospitals, treating humans, of course.
right.
And, we want to help. So you don't necessarily, it just has to make sense. And if you think you're helping, and you are, we're going to help you out. And so we appreciate it. And I appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk to your audience. And so what you're doing is great too. And all we can do right now, like I said, is kind of stay safe, stay sane, stay positive, and help each other out. So please, as many people, if there are police stations out there, fire stations, doctors' offices, hospitals, reach out. We will help the families and help the kids, have fun during this really tough time, especially when they might be alone at home.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for joining me today. And we'll look, you got a website people can check you out just on the fly here. We'll post links.
Certainly do. It's flexone.live, FLEXONE.LIVE, flexone.live.
All right. Perfect. Well, we'll check that out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Appreciate it very much.